voice, especially now, us here, we're mostly in the Kizomba thing, but I know we all listen to different things. And we don't have tapes or CDs anymore. What do you listen to on your phone right now? What's on your phone? What can be found that you find yourself listening to right now, this moment? What's your... It doesn't have to be Kizomba.
Yeah, it's not Kizomba. It's not Kizomba. I have the strangest... I wouldn't say it's strange, but I have the strangest list or palette when it comes to music nowadays.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So a couple of days ago, I was listening to a couple of Afro house songs, some Guada Guada. Was it DJ Paris? Can't remember his name. A couple different other artists I was listening to, and now I'm listening to some songs that I don't even know the genre of these songs. Mm-hmm. They're more melodic, kind of R&B-ish, but not really. Just it's because it's different for me,
right?
And I like the melody of it. I like the airiness of it, and it just gives me a different perspective. But I have variety stuff. I need to look and see the name of it. People are going to look it up and they're like, "You're listening to this," but I listen to just. I don't listen to the radio.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I don't do. I haven't listened to the radio in 14 and a half years.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe since I moved to Houston. I moved to Houston 14 and a half years ago, and I was listening to satellite radio back then, but I never listened to the local radio.
What are you going to say about Houston radio? What are you going to say?
No, it just...
Feel free to say it. You're moving, so... You're moving out.
It was tough. I think the radio, what happened is, and generally speaking, one, there's too many commercials.
Yes.
Two, I think when I got here, I guess it was a hit at the time. I don't know what it was. I remember going through 3 different radio stations and hearing the same song at the same time.
Yeah.
At the same time on 3 different stations. And after that, what's the point? So I had satellite radio. I just canceled that a year and a half ago. And now I'm either riding in silence or listening to some stuff. Song's called Before You Knew Me by a person called Carmody. And it's out there. I mean, what can I say? Most of the time it's YouTube stuff. I let YouTube take me on the journey. That's how I find stuff. So I'll put in a lot of, what's my man? From Stay Woke, from Redbone. Childish Gambino.
Okay.
I'll put in some Childish Gambino, and then YouTube predicts a lot of crazy songs off of him.
Yeah.
I'll let YouTube just go on his journey, and then it starts taking me through some crazy stuff. And then I just find different songs through that. Yeah, just random stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not that random, but what am I listening to? In fact, the other day I cleared my phone of all music because my phone was full.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was full of music. But most times I'd rather be listening to Afro House. And when I say Afro House, I'm talking Afro House from all over Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa predominantly.
Yeah.
Not just Angola, as Afro House from Angola, because that's what most of us in the Kizomba community are used to. But South Africa has some serious, crazy stuff.
Yes.
It may not necessarily be danceable animation style. Some are, but not all of them. But deep house, soulful house from South Africa is crazy. And then I do some simple if I'm on long drives, which I love driving. I will put YouTube. I would go to a comedy channel, pick up a comedy special and just let it play.
Right.
Helps keep me awake. And then at times just talk shows just to see what's going on, just listening, seeing, But if it's not Afro House, it's gonna be some Afrobeat. Not necessarily Afrobeat that I would play.
Of course.
Just Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Stuff from Kenyans, stuff from East Africa. I know Nigeria has been killing it in Afrobeat, but there's more than Nigerian music from Africa. Just saying, there's a lot more.
Yeah, I'm random. Like, there was a phase like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I was listening to salsa, and I was just
Okay.
To that, and like, you know, it makes you feel a certain way when like the instrumentation is crazy. You guys saw me the other day doing air guitar.
Yeah.
I like to do that for anybody that's seen me play. But deep house from South Africa, and there's so many things out there that most people are not aware of. Like Boosie, I don't know if you heard a new album.
Yeah, I have the new album.
Off the chain. Like you go, if you have a chance to check that out, it's Boosie. She has a new album, and I don't recall the name of it right now. But
called, I forget.
But it's a lot of great music out there. It's not just like Oscar said. It's not just stuff to do animation and stuff like that. It's relaxing, and there's some tracks that are like kind of R&B-ish like or whatever, but it's deep and it makes you feel a certain way or whatever. I listened to R&B from. I downloaded Stevie Wonder the other day, like the best of.
Yeah.
And just, I'm a fan of good music and good instrumentation and stuff like that, and just to go through that and the genius of all of that stuff and all of the music that was made back then or whatever that kind of seems to have disappeared. Quincy Jones stuff that he's produced, and Quincy Jones ranges from jazz to R&B to I think anything in pop American music now. So I'm into a lot of different things, not just Kizomba, but
Same. I know there's one song that I play often. Just maybe think about it. There's a Marvin Gaye, like instrumental kind of fusion remix on YouTube. Marvin Gaye's "I Want You," but at the beginning, because Marvin Gaye is doing a lot of sound effects with and he chopped it up and put it in there multiple times over instrumental. And he brings the Marvin Gaye towards the end, but it's a long, like 8 minute. He made the song 8 minutes. I listen to that song probably at least twice a week.
I need to check that out.
Yeah. But it's all. But it's like I said, it's real random though. Real random, just to find more stuff and get more ideas. You know.
Yeah, 'cause I think it helps not just being narrow in your musical taste as a DJ.
Yeah.
I think there's a point I'd be listening to music just to look for what can I play.
Yeah.
And then like, you know what, this it stifles your creativity. Because I'm not necessarily going to play the random stuff I listen to, but like you said, listen to something that makes you feel a certain type of way and be able to figure out how to bring that into your set without necessarily playing the song.
Yes.
You know, it helps you in. It's kind of like it keeps your mind and your ears refreshed.
Yes.
So when you listen to music, you're hearing it from a different ear. It's not just the same. Oh yeah, this has a nice beat. Okay, cool. I can play this after this song. No, it's just for your own edification and just enjoyment of the music. You know.
That's something that's continue on to music and listening to different things. A lot of people sometimes ask me like, oh, when you're at a club or you're at a party and you listen to another DJ, are you always on DJ mode or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, that's always the case. I'm like, you can't escape the way. Just good or bad if a DJ makes a mistake, or which happens to all of us, you kind of just automatically like turn. You may just walked into the club, you don't know where the DJ booth is, but you find it. But I love going to other places and listening to other DJs because it gives you a different perspective. What they're playing, what are hits in other places, and it broadens your. Because if you're in your own bubble, you play what you think is good. You get to a certain point, like it gets too closed in. You're not listening to other people or whatever. So I like always to listen to other people. Is that the same for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I want to go to events, and I find it more often than now just to listen.
Yeah.
Like I love the dance. I love the genre of dance that we're in. I love dance events, but sometimes I don't want to dance.
Yeah.
I just want to listen. And sometimes I'm like, I specifically want to go to this party with these DJs in DC.
Yeah, those ones.
just to sit and listen. Really, I mean, because because you dance and you listen at the same time you're dancing, but just to be able to sit there and enjoy and relax, listen to music, it's
techniques,
take
how,
notes.
how they read the crowd, why are they going in this direction now, or how they cutting a song or whatever.
Ever been in a place someone else is playing and then they play a song but you're like, hold up a second, that song sounds different.
Yeah.
Like, what this guy do to this song? Sounds, man, or a song but you never thought of playing before because
exactly.
There's
it's not
a
gonna
way
work.
the DJ does or how he sets up the music or what songs he plays before and after that makes that song just pop. You're like, hold up a second. I know that's happened to me several times when you play. There was what song was this? Like 2-3 years ago, you played a song, and I'm like, I came and looked at your screen. I'm like, he played this song, and it sounds this good. I'm like, no, wait a second. Went back home, plugged it in, blasted it out with speakers. I'm like, how come that has never sounded like this? How come it doesn't sound? But I mean, that's the beauty of going to listen to other people play. Because we all hear music differently. We feel music differently. So there's a way. I think I look at DJing. It's just like cooking. We have all the different spices and all those recipes. There's a way we put it together. Every person will put the spices in a certain way, and the food comes out different. For every time.
Definitely.
And so the whole night is like the DJ is like a chef. He's
but we don't necessarily always follow the same recipe. I mean, some people do, whatever. But you might listen to a few people or whatever, and it's every night it's gonna be something different. Like you don't miss always the same song. Sometimes you do, whatever, because the songs go well together. But it's always you always put a little extra salt here or whatever thing.
Need to put in some honey because that didn't come out right. I made ketchup on this one. So really, but. Listen to other DJs play, you get to feel, or it's almost like you're eating the same food, but it's different. It tastes different. Not bad. It just tastes different. You're like, oh, I never knew you could do that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's actually very interesting.
Talking about ingredients, it made me think of something else. So, I know a couple people have said, "Let me see your playlist your playlist for tonight," or "Was that song in your playlist?" One is, do you use playlists when you go to DJ a set, right? Do you have a playlist already scripted out? And two, the idea of requests.
Playlist.
I've just been DJing for 2 weeks. Let the guy who been DJing for the longest.
My stuff is not organized, in my opinion, not organized at all. The only type of organization that I do when I download a song is, if I'm downloading new songs and new stuff, on the title I'll write promo, the month and the year. And then I'll have smart folders that will pull anything that has that designation into those months. So I'll have a smart folder for March, April, January, whatever, throughout the whole months. And I'll see what I downloaded in each one of those months. Other than that, I usually don't have any playlists. Or sometimes I may have, Afro House 2018 or whatever. They just put stuff over there that's kind of specific or whatever. Other than that, I just always like to show up at a party and see who's there, because that's gonna influence the way I'm gonna play or the way I see the people out there. And I like to get there early and see what's moving them, what's not moving them, or whatever. And sometimes it may be wrong, and I'm like trying to figure out through the first 30, 45 minutes of my set of what is getting these people on the dance floor. But I don't do playlists necessarily to just, I'm gonna follow this script and this is what I'm gonna do and I'm not gonna deviate from that, because I think that's kind of impossible to do something like that. I may have, like in the prepare folder, songs that I may wanna play throughout the night, but sometimes I go through them, sometimes I don't. So, and what was
requests?
Requests. It depends. It depends if it fits that style of music that I'm playing. And it's going in the same energy. I don't have a problem. If it doesn't, like I'll play it later. Or if it's something that I think doesn't fit the night, I'm like, I don't have it.
Who's that? I didn't know they were singing with that name. Never heard of him.
Right.
For me, requests, I don't mind requests as long as the person requesting is not expecting me to play it right then and there.
Right. And you'll stay in the DJ booth
Yeah.
like this. You're playing it right now.
Yeah. As long as you're not expecting me to play it right then and there, because you have to give me freedom to see where to make it fit, where it fits
Yeah.
in the set or whatever. Or don't, I don't like, when requests, I'd rather you ask nicely, just ask. Be nice about it, don't demand it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to play it, I don't have to listen to you. You know, I'd be nice, but I don't have to.
Yeah. Don't come to the DJ, and I've had this happen. Can you play something good?
Yeah. That I'll start if you get me on the wrong day, I'll stop the music and just stop it.
Hey.
And then look at you.
Come and play.
Make sure everyone is looking at you. But yeah, requests, I'm fine with it because at times, most times I discover a lot of new music based on the requests. Because someone requests for a song and I'm like, never heard, let me write that down. If I don't have it, I'll write it down and then go check it out. Like, oh, okay, this is nice. Okay.
Yeah.
If I have it, because I download a lot of music, most times I don't even know I have the song. So first of all, I'll search to see if I have the song. Or if I have it, I'll have to sample it in my earphones first to make sure.
And we have this conversation. This happened last night. I asked Oscar if he had the song, and I found it through Eric. Eric told me about it. It's a new Chobolito and Punto Português song. What's the name? Adona. That's the name of the track, and it's the fire track right now. I think we played it 3 times last night. But Eric told me about it, and he was playing the beginning of the night. I was like, oh my God, what is this? And then I was telling Oscar, oh my God, have you heard this song? And he had the song played.
But I never listened to it. I was ready to play it. I'm like, let me check. Oh, I actually have this song. So that's why I don't mind requests. If it's done right and properly, I'll figure out how to play it. I mean, and like we said before, just put a 20 and I'll stop the music and play right now.
That always helps. I'll say your name.
Yeah. Play right there.
This is the dedication.
Yes.
Special dedication, yeah. And then the other thing was, playlist. I've tried. Because I've seen DJs who do that, have playlists and stuff, and somehow they figured out how to make it work. The only problem is I know I played with a DJ once at an Afro-Caribbean party, and we're playing all types of stuff, and the problem was it was weekly, just the 2 of us.
Okay.
And what would happen is, after the second week, you start realizing, no, it's the same songs, same order. He'll get on the mic at this exact same spot, say these words, and then drop this song at this particular point of the song. It was very predictable. It was the same.
Yeah.
That will only fly if you're not doing it same place, same venue, same crowd, every other week. I saw what it did. Like, there's something to be said for that, but when I start playing, when I come into a venue, most times by the time I leave the house, I'm like, I think I'd like to play this song. I always just need one song to start me off. And problem is, by the time I set up and I have everything, I forgot the song that I wanted to play. So I have to read the crowd, see what's going on. I will do, as I'm DJing, I throw songs in the prepare folder. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this would go well. But most times by the end of my set, I realized I didn't even go to the prepare folder. Right. Because you're just constantly feeding off what's going on. Yeah. What's going on the floor, in the crowd, and all that stuff.
And sometimes, for example, I get into a flow, and sometimes it's easier than that. Depends on who's there and if they enjoy them. Okay, I'm 3 songs ahead. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna put this at this point or whatever. Yeah. And that's how I find that it flows just right. Everything is coming after the other and all that. Sometimes it's 30 seconds to go. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, what am I playing?
I need to loop this right now.
Starting from the top. Or something. How do you do it?
For me, I tried playlist once, and that was when I first started. Actually, that was for the event that I was saying I had in Austin. That I was asked to DJ. I put together a playlist. I had, 50 songs, whatever it was, and I got that. I think I played the first 2. I had a playlist. That was it, because it was so different. Because sometimes, you know, when you put together a playlist at home, the environment is completely different. So your idea of what the song's going to sound like in the club or the venue in terms of being a hit, have the energy rolling, is completely different because you're in the quiet confines of your own home. And when I got to the party and started playing, I was just like, no, this is not going to work at all. So I just bombed it, and I started playing on the fly, and that's how it's been ever since. I don't even think about making a playlist. I'll use folders maybe to categorize my music, or like you said, on the way there, I'm thinking about songs that I want to actually play, or I'll put it to the prepare folder, maybe. But most of it's on the fly, and I found that for the most part, I like doing that because you're always keeping in contact with what's going on and being able to quickly adjust to what the crowd's doing and not freaking out like you're jumping out of your playlist and you kind of feel frazzled. You're always adapting, and then when people do come make requests, as long as I'm, like you said, in that area, I usually try to drop it pretty soon, as long as it's in that genre, in that area where I'm playing, where I'm going to. You know, because I like to be dynamic, and it forces me to keep being creative, keep being on my toes, and keep being active. There's been many times that I've downloaded songs, like Apple iTunes, download while I'm mixing, turn on my Wi-Fi, press on the hotspot, download a song, put it in there, wait, hoping my Serato doesn't like freeze up.
Exactly, crash. That's happened to me before.
Yes, throw it in there, I'll call the organizer over, and I'm like, hey man, look, I need you to connect your phone to the Bluetooth speakers on the ceiling. Why? I just downloaded the song, man. If my stuff crashes, I want you to press play on something. And I'll put it in there, man, and play it. Listen the first 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, I'll drop it right now. Drop it right there. They're there. They're happy. Then I go about my business. But if it's like, if I'm playing a genre like Kizomba, and someone comes and says, hey, can you play a salsa? And I'm like, the poster says Kizomba night. It's not going to happen.
That's when I usually say I don't have it.
I just finished playing salsa. Then like 10 minutes ago, there I'm in Kizomba there, and you're like, yo, you haven't played salsa.
I wasn't here.
I was. I was.
Well,
so I try to make requests, and I don't use playlists. I use smart playlists just to categorize items, but I don't use that. I don't have any script when I go into a place.
Do you find that you either get nervous or you prepare more or less based on an event?
That's funny. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
No. Like,
Go ahead.
No, I was talking with Jacobo, DJ Jacobo, and I'm like, nah, it's just music.
Right.
You know, I'm playing music, and if I don't have it, I don't have it. If I'm not ready for it, I'm not ready for it. So there's very little I can do about it, unless it's an event that they have special requests or music I don't have. Then I'll have to go, do a little bit of research and stuff, like weddings, do some research, and just make sure I'm in the ballpark. I have an idea. Yeah. I have an idea, and then I'll be able to incorporate what I do in that. But prepare extra or get stressed and all that. I'm like, just playing music,
Right.
What's the worst that can happen? If it happens, it happens. If you've never been in a situation where you just stunk up the joint, if you've never done it,
and you have to go through that.
Yeah.
For example, we were talking about this the other day that I used to have nightmares about the music stopping in the middle of a set. I mean, it's kind of different when you have 50 people versus 2,000, for example. Like everybody looking at you you're on stage, and so of course, you never want that to happen, regardless if it's how many people over there. But there is a difference in perception. But I think that's like equipment failure or anything. Make sure that because you're trying to do the best job you can at regardless if there's 5 people, 5,000 or whatever and things. So because you want people to hire you or follow you or whatever it may be. But yeah, I think it's more like regarding equipment, making sure that everything is tip top shape or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you.
Not necessarily. I think it depends, like Oscar said, depending on if it's a special type of event.
Yeah.
It's maybe something I haven't done continuously, or they have special kind of music specifically. I would say that's for the most part. I would maybe prepare a little bit more just to make sure I have those songs. I know those songs work.
Right.
You know, like there's no glitches in the songs, things like that. I would say that's usually that's usually the most part for a particular event. As long as it's in the field that I've been DJing in or DJ at least once or twice in, there's nothing really especially more special in terms of preparation.
Well, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. This is BPM Zone, platform for DJs and music in general. I hope you all enjoy it. This is probably going to have like 3 parts. This is an hour and a half. This is the first pilot episode. I'd like to thank DJ FX, DJ Oscar for their time. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon with the next episode. All right? Peace.